What is up, delicious faithful? Bruce Moore here to tell you about our newest sponsors, the Midwest Crime Files, a podcast that tells true stories of heinous crimes that have been committed in small Midwestern towns. Hosted by husband and wife team Gina and Chris, these stories are engaging, interesting, raw, and at times brutal. These stories explore the depths of absolute depravity that humankind is capable of, and they will tug at your heartstrings while simultaneously leaving you speechless. If you're like me, you will find yourself falling down a rabbit hole in no time flat as you explore stories of horrendous crimes that occurred in idyllic Midwestern towns. Do yourself a favor and head over to the MidwestCrimeFiles.com for some engaging, well-researched, and well-narrated stories that are sure to satisfy the true crime addict in you. Tell them we sent you.
Hello, guys. I'm Gerardo from Scythe, and you are listening to the Brutal Delicious podcast.
Yeah, you guys are from Mexico, right? Where are you at in Mexico?
Yeah, we are from the south part of Mexico. You know, I think it's very well known because we are very close to Cancun. I think that's a great reference. We are like a very on the beach side, a lot of the jungle part. And this area is well known for all the Mayan culture. There was like actually from this area. So it's very often that you can like find in like a little bit outside of the surroundings of the city. You can find even like some Mayan ruins everywhere.
Oh, really?
So yeah, big cities was around here. So
Right.
So yeah, there was like a different one. So yeah, that's we are from Merida. Merida is the city.
Uh-huh.
In pre-Hispanic times, it was called Ixcancijo, but when the Spanish arrived, they changed the name to Merida. And we are from the state of Yucatan.
Gotcha. Metal is quite popular in Mexico, right? I mean, you guys are pretty rabid metal fans.
Yeah, I think I think in general, like we the Latin people, like we are like super intense and very passionate about almost everything, you know. But in metal, it's something special. If you think about it, a lot of big concerts that I have made, for example, like I can remember the great concerts that Metallica have made here. Like, for example, when they're making the tour in Mexico, they open at least three dates, and it's full packed. Also, Rammstein, it's always like the concerts here are like epic. And yeah, it's like it's super popular, more than everyone like could think about the Mexico. But yeah, it's a very metalhead country.
Yeah, and I mean, so you said passionate. That's going to be a good way to segue into Death Scythe. I'd listened to the intro to Killer Faith, which is all I had, but I went back and listened to Wind, and you can't get more kick-ass and passionate than that. That's some crazy stuff.
Yeah, thank you. Well, that's with the band. For the people that doesn't know me, I'm Gerardo, vocalist of Dead Scythe. My band, as I said before, is from here from Merida, and it's great that you mentioned Wind because it's one of the probably our earlier songs, but like we decide like release now. It's a song really influenced by because we are like super fans of the Gutenberg sound of the melodic death metal,
right.
like when we were totally In Flames, the first era of In Flames, At the Gates, a little bit of Arch Enemy, Soilwork, all that area. It was like super influenced. We was founded in 2003, so it was like a super amazing for us. To be discovering like everything that was making there, and it was like a super big influence for us.
Nice. So I know the record comes out. I don't have a date on it, but the record, what date does it come out?
It's gonna be in August. If I may run at the end of August. Right. We don't have like a specific day now, but we'll be definitely in August. So it's gonna be, the name of the album is called Killing for Pressure Forever. And we are very happy and proud because probably it's the heaviest, the heaviest album that we ever made. But also keeping our melodic sound that it's like a very characteristic part from us.
Right.
So we really like to combine that part, like the heaviness of the riffs and also the melodic guitars with the great solos. Like we are like super fans of awesome solos, and with always with like a very harsh and strong vocals.
You guys are pretty heavy lyrically as well. I mean, you're not just one-offs. I was reading your bio, and you have quite a bit of thought goes into your lyrics and sort of a message. What do you want your fans to walk away from? Sorry, after listening to a Death Scythe record, specifically the new one.
Well, I think that we combine when I'm making lyrics, I combine a little bit of everything that I'm feeling, but also trying to reflect our surrounding in a way that, for example, like the past of our culture, also the present, and probably the future. For example, I can explain it better. We have songs like Blood Moon from our past record. It's called, it's about the pre-Hispanic like Mayan culture and how the Mayans used to see the underworld. It's what's called Xibalba, and how they make this like when we die, we just go there, and it's just like the beginning of a journey. So we try to describe all that, but also we have like a very first lyrics in a strong way. Like sometimes it's just me like trying to express myself like in different stages of my life. But also we have lyrics that describe our probably the situation of the culture of everything that we do here in Yucatan. So we really want to reflect that, and also the people that are from Mexico, like also feel proud of it.
Gotcha. So kind of a heritage thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nice. I mean, that's really cool. But I think it also expands way out of there because the heaviness transcends, or the riff transcends cultures, transcends everything, right? And you can immediately identify it whether you're from the United States or from Mexico or even from Australia. It's sort of a riff that bonds everybody.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think that's the beautiful thing about the metal. That you can hear a black metal band from India, a black metal band from for example from Canada, and you will find like the structure and all the elements that the genre have. For example, in this case, black metal, but all the different countries and bands like trying to keep their own signature.
Yeah.
And I think that's super cool about metal, because like you can find like a metalhead every part of the world. And there's I think it's amazing world because it's a world without borders, without frontiers. It's like you can go to a festival to Europe, and you can go to a festival to here in Mexico. Family. Yeah, it's all family, like everyone, like a reunion of black t-shirts. It's super great.
Yeah. And I don't think you find that in any other kind of music. You don't find that in country or in, Mexican folk music. You don't find it in pop music. It's really something super specific to the metal world, I think.
Yeah, I think it's like the camaraderie. Like, for example, like you got in the mosh in the mosh pit, and someone fell, like immediately someone pick him up. And I haven't seen more fights in clubs, like dancing clubs, even like fist fights there, than any metal concert that I ever have seen. I never have seen like well, thank God, yet like that kind of aggression. So it's like it's like a happy great family.
It's crazy stuff. Are you guys planning on taking this on the road at all? Playing live?
Well, we're starting to play live around here. Actually, the last Sunday we played with some great local bands. But we're gonna be in 2 weeks. 2 weeks we're gonna be in Cancun. Actually, we're gonna be playing there with another bands. Also, we have plans to go to the center of the country in a city called a big city called Guadalajara. Also, we're gonna be playing in Mexico City, the capital of the country, and also in a metal festival called Balagardones Fest, and it's gonna be in the north of the country. So as you can see, we try to try to cover the whole country somehow this year. But also we will love to play outside the country. So we are trying to aim that. If we are like available to have a contact outside, we'll be very glad. Actually, I would love to play in Canada, in the States. Everything that could be awesome.
What's it like being back out on the road again after having everything been sidelined with the pandemic and all that nonsense?
Amazing. Actually, yeah, that was the thing that was telling to our Tito, my guitarist. It felt so great. I mean, just to feel the energy of the people, and really like finally, like hearing the drums like in your back. It's a sense that we really miss. I mean, it was like a difficult time for us. It's like in general, actually. I get sick of that, but we really come together and we actually survived that. And also, I want to say that we really work hard in those days because we have the opportunity, to have a really pulse in general. So we take the time to create new songs. So these songs that you're gonna be hearing in August are part of the work that we made during the pandemic.
Right. And I think music, especially heavy music, is really cathartic and really helps you get through those hard times, right? And I think it's going to resonate really good with people coming out of the pandemic.
Yeah, I think it's I don't know where I heard that sometimes like bad times make great songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's super true. Like Mara really reflect that. For example, we was talking about like like the aggression that can actually the mosh pit can have. But after the mosh pit, everything is like happiness, and because we already take out that, right? But probably in different genres, we don't have the opportunity to really express yourself with all your body, and really screaming,
Right.
but it's in a healthy way. I think it's very healthy.
Oh, I agree. And I imagine being on stage was probably pretty crazy because the audience was just as excited to be at a live show, right? So the transfer of energy must have been nuts.
Yeah, actually, I can see it like super. It's very true that now everyone wants to make like concerts. Everyone wants to go to concerts. So I think we are having I don't know if a renaissance, but it looks like there's festivals everywhere. So we really want to like probably sneak in one of those big ones. So let's hope with this album. Let's see.
It's funny you mentioned Renaissance because I was just had an interview prior to this one where we were just talking about it. I think there's going to be a huge renaissance, not just music, but all kinds of art coming out of this pandemic, right? Because everybody was locked up, creating and fine tuning everything. And we all went through this collective nonsense. And I think coming out of it, there's going to be like this great renaissance of art and painting and music and everything, even literature.
Yeah, even like talking about like specific of metal, like even bands that they're already split off, they say like probably in this like isolating days, they will say like, oh, we should be together again. And yeah, I mean, this like really hard times, everything locked down. You have the opportunity, everyone, to have like, if you want to say like that, like free time probably to be more that to be creative, right? So I think somehow like this pause, like artistically way speaking, it was good.
Yeah. And I mean, you said it yourself, bad times create good music, and you couldn't be any worse than we were in. So I think you're going to see all kinds of crazy, great stuff coming up.
Yes, like I can wait for new albums of other bands that I liked.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, we already have this album coming, and we already started to work in another one. So yeah, we are really super active, and yeah, it really everything of the pandemic really starting to really push hard in creating more.
So what's next for you guys now? You said you work, the album is done, right? And it's in August.
Yeah, we're gonna have the album "Clean for Pleasure Forever" in August, and after that, we are ready. Actually, like a little bit of spoiler here, we are already starting to record a new one after that. So we already have one song of the other album, and I think that will coming out in 2023. So it's gonna be very cool. Yeah, it's gonna keep all the things that people like about that side, and I'm very excited to talk about more of that in the future.
That's awesome. Do you guys do all the engineering and production yourself, or do you go somewhere else outside?
We work with a studio called Tupa Monster. With our producer is a very well known producer in the area. It's called Racho Espinosa, and he's super great. I mean, he really helped us to nail like the sound that we were looking. And yeah, and we will keep working with him more because I think he really understands how that should sound.
And that's nice. Once you find a producer that you can trust and you know is going to get you where you want to be, then you can't really change that.
Yeah, I think it's also cool, and at the same point, he wants to. It was trying to different stuff with us, so that made me more interesting. And yeah, and actually, he's a huge friend for of us. He's a great guitarist, so he's in a band, so he really understands what actually a metal band is. So he really loves metal, and I think that's gold in these days.
Oh yeah, that's important like that. For sure. So that runs to the end of my questions. Did I miss anything you want to cover?
Well, not to cover too much, but probably just say hello and talking about a little bit of the members of that side. I just like to introduce them. As I say, I'm Gerardo, the vocalist. We have Roberto Cervera, is a guitarist. We have Rafael Barreiro in the other guitar. We have David Montero in the bass, and we have Eduardo Perez in the drums. And I just want to say hello to them. And also, I want to say hello to Corey to make this possible. And of course, like really thank to everyone that really have to take the time to listen to that side. I mean, we really appreciate it, especially now that you can hear anything from everywhere at any point. So if you really give us some minutes of listening, we really appreciate it. And we are really thank you with everyone. And you can just follow us in social media, and you can find us in Facebook. We are very active in Facebook and Instagram. And you can find us as that side. And also we are on Twitter, I guess. We don't use it too much, but we sometimes upload stuff there. We are in Bandcamp and Spotify, and of course, YouTube.
Perfect. And I am a huge fan. I definitely love Wind, and I suggest anybody who's hearing this prior to the record, go check out Wind, because that's a heavy as hell, super produced tune that we've been banging around the studio here for a while. So I appreciate what you guys do. You guys are great.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bruce, for the time. You have been great with us.
No worries. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate your time.
No, thank you, Bruce. You have been great, and it's very nice to talk to you.
Excellent. Nice talking to you. Keep up the good work, and we'll look forward to the record in August.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Be well, my friend.
Have a great time. Bye-bye.
Bye.